Oh no, you know what it is? My man was like, yo, you gotta change your YouTube name back to Travel Poppy. So I'm think I'm gonna, rename it to Traveling Poppy. Traveling Trading Poppy. Or something like that. Like trading traveling poppy. I'm gonna try to see what's available. So I'm gonna change the name. So like in this video, we're gonna talk about some top go-go dancing bars in Pattaya, and we're gonna do a little bit of travel math, and we're gonna talk about flight prices, Airbnbs, and costs for a trip to Thailand. So Thailand is becoming ever so popular. It's always been popular, but like obviously when it comes to passport bros, guys in the black community, YouTubers, they're Thailand. So I've actually lived in Pattaya for a month. I spent 2 days in Bangkok in 2022. So I'm going to share some of my favorite go spots and give a little bit of rundown throughout the video of the experience. So first off, let's get to it. I definitely recommend it, but obviously it's super far. And as you guys can see, I'm gonna talk about kind of the easiest ways to kind of get there, and we'll go over a few different scenarios so you guys can see like one way ticket prices. So getting to Thailand now is way more expensive. In all transparency, I was working remote in 2022, and I flew from London on Easter to Bangkok for $200 one way, but obviously those prices was COVID prices. Even though the plane was packed, it was packed. Every seat was booked. I took Air Scoot, but I don't even think that airline is in business still. So one way for guys who live in the United States to get there more efficiently, because if you go from LA to Bangkok, it's gonna still be like a 20-hour flight. But if you fly to Tokyo, it'll be a 12-hour flight. So like for example, United has a flight. This is on January 6th. So I give you guys some time just to kind of plan it out. So they're leaving at 11 o'clock LA time, and you'll get to Tokyo at 4 o'clock Tokyo time. And then that flight is going to be around 5:67. And then you have Zip Air, which is 4:08. We have ANA, which is 560. Let's see if we have Hawaiian Airlines, which is around 840. So a way to cut down time, if you guys can get like $100 flight, $150 flight to LA, you can fly to LA to Tokyo to save time, and then we'll do Tokyo to Bangkok. And we'll change the day. So like if you wanted to spend a couple days in Tokyo, so you can go from Tokyo to um Bangkok for around 150 $200. So I like to get to the destination at a decent time when you can check into the Airbnb. So these flights are a little bit, it is pricey. It's still 7 hours. So I'll show you guys from New York to Bangkok. It's gonna be a 20-hour flight, and it's $700 for the top airline, another $500 for Japan Airline. But this is 27 hours, so it's gonna be a trip. Either way you do it. Let me see. If you guys were going to go from London to Bangkok, you're still talking around the same price. But I took that flight. It's around what Thai Airways is talking 11 hours and 25 minutes, which was 700. So you're still talking around $2,000 or so round trip for your ticket. So you got to kind of factor in that. Let me see if you guys were in Turkey and you flew to Bangkok on these days, it's still fucking expensive. God damn. See, this is still a 9-hour flight. You're still talking 500. Let's just say Dubai. If you guys flew from Dubai, it'd be 9 hours and then 300. So this right here, this China Southern, with a stop 11-hour flight for 260. That might be a good bet. This 2 o'clock in the morning for 270. And you get there at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That might be a good bet. So let's look at New York to Dubai. Because Dubai has some really nice things that you guys can do there. Bangkok. Excuse me, Dubai. So we do Dubai any. So it's still gonna run you. Well, this is 500, 14 hours. So you still spending some money. So you still figure 800. So let's say you can do, let's say 1,600 to 2,000. So you gotta have some bread for this trip now. You know what I'm saying? So that's different options. You can fly to Dubai. You can fly to LA and go Tokyo, or you can go LA to Bangkok. But it's probably gonna stop in Tokyo or Singapore. But you're gonna have to, be comfortable on that airplane for a little bit. So I like the overnight flights, because you can kind of sleep. You know what I'm saying? But if you were to do, let's say, New York to London, if you wanted to kind of have a little Euro step before you get there, so you can do $200 on Noah's Atlantic Airways, and then so like that's 200, and then let's just say, for example, you wanted to spend, let's just say, a few days in London, and then Friday you wanted to go from London to Dubai. And London is a good party city. I wouldn't say it's the best for dating, short term dating. But great bar crawls, a lot of historic sites, London Bridge, Hyde Park, the Harry Potter stores and stuff like that. Um, when I was there, I did a bar crawl that was in Soho. So we went to different clubs and different bars. There's a Storage tour that ends at a nightclub. It goes to karaoke. So there's a lot to kind of do in London. So let's just say, for example, so you spend let's say 250 to go to New York to London, and then you're gonna spend okay, this one maybe another 260. So we're, let's say, at 500, and then so either way you're gonna spend like fucking around $1,000 to fucking get to Thailand. If you go to like Mumbai, it'll be still $200, but it's a commitment either way. All right, so let's just go. We'll look at some Airbnbs. So this is the Spataya I did January 5th to February 6th for those who have a little bit more time. And we'll kind of just go through some of these apartments. I stayed at the base, and some of the apartments do have some roaches, not crazy and stuff like that, but just all in full transparency. And then I was paying around the $500 per month. So if you save, let's just say, $1,600 for your flight, and then you had like $2,500 spending money, you could have like $2,000 after you paid your Airbnb costs and your money for your flight. So we'll say, depending on how long you're trying to stay, like around 3Gs, not including the flight, is like an estimated travel math cost. Let me see what other apartments that we have here. And I don't necessarily not the big walking street fan guide. Those who can go down in my YouTube, I do have some videos on walking street and stuff like that. Prices a little bit higher. I like LK Metro, and then so the edge is nice, but 1,200 for a month is a little expensive for Thailand. But if the budget doesn't matter, the edge is next to the base, and we'll see if we can get the base pictures. Like this apartment is kind of nice. Let's see right here. You got the living area, because you kind of want a couch, because girls will come over and watch Netflix and chill and whatnot. So having a nice little couch, TV area and stuff like that is really where it's at. Look at this shit. This is a place to stay. This is a studio, which you definitely want a couch. They got the fucking bench right there, which is fucking crazy. So as you guys can see, $500 to $800, you can get something super nice. This right here, the Arcade Millennium Tour. This place is cool. And then I would just like for whatever spot you get, oh, they got the little rooftop joint for 600. So like something like this, you guys can be living real cool. I'm not sure from a walking distance perspective where this is at. Let me see the map. This is stunning with bedroom. Look at the views here. This one is kind of fire. So in the videos that I posted from when I was in Thailand, it has like the rooftop infinity pool at the base. I'm always looking for a couch. Okay, boom, it got a couch. Now let's see the area. They got access to a beachfront. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So we got 7-Eleven is where people do a lot of their small shopping and stuff like that. So we got restaurants, nightclubs, surrounding bars. So it's central Pattaya. You kind of want to be walking distance to the beach. So I guess that's walking distance. So over here is the mall. Let me see if I can see Walking Street. So Walking Street starts right here. So it's kind of maybe like a mile and a half and stuff like that. That might be like a 25-mile walk to Walking Street, which I do recommend Walking Street. They have a bar that's right on the beginning of Walking Street. That's right on the Gulf of Thailand, where you can get drinks for $5 and look at the boats and stuff like that. So it's a dope vibe. Let me see here. Okay, let's get into the hoes, right? Let's get in talking to the girls. So like typically, prices are gonna be anywhere from 1,200 baht to around let's say 4,000 baht. So 1,000 baht is like around $27. 2,000 baht is gonna be around $55. So you can get something in the go-go dancing bar for around 50-60 bucks or more, depending on the female's discretion. So let's go into some of my top spots. Okay, so when we talking about the girls, so go-go dancing spots typically in Pattaya don't have nudity, but Kink does have nudity. Kink is in the LK Metro, and let me pull out the antidote. LK Metro. So this is by the edge. This is by the base. And this spot has girls with dope ass tattoos. There's nudity in this spot. So you got typically a chick will come through sit next to you. You gotta buy them drinks and stuff like that. You can bar find a chick. I never bar find any girl from LK Metro. One girl did give me her line and stuff like that, and I linked up with her when she was before she went to work on like this Sunday. Let me take a swig of this coffee, y'all. So King is dope. King is a fan favorite. So this is off Walking Street. The price is a little cheap, but let's see if we can look at some pictures so we can see a little something like that. So there's a lot of, let's say, sevens, sixes and sevens here. You know, the petite, typical Thailand joint. And let me see if, because when it came to champagne is my favorite. So we got Kink is if you're looking for nudity and stuff like that. It's like kind of stadium seating and stuff like that. And drinks are $3 to $6, and the girls aren't super aggressive. But like the women at Champagne are really cute, and we can't really find any good photos to. So I'll just show this one just for YouTube's sake, but we can't really the photos here don't really justify. Like there are pretty faces, you know, the petite ass girls, and they're super cute. I almost fell in love with the Vietnamese chick there. So like if you like pretty face, petite, like the 110 pounds, like Champagne has the prettiest girls. And then we are going to go to, let's do Queen. Queen Club. See, I don't have the IG on this phone. But Queen has, this is gonna be on the same side as Champagne, but further down the street, and King is across the street on the alleyway of LK Metro. But Queen has the thicker chicks. Not all of them are thick. There are no lady boys here. I know you guys are probably saying that. But Queen has some very, very attractive girls. They probably have like 15 girls per night. King probably has like 30, and like Champagne probably has like 40 and stuff like that. So you can buy vapes and stuff inside Champagne, and it's a really good vibe. The music is really good. It's not super packed. King is gonna be kind of packed. That's gonna be probably like the most popular when it comes to tourists. But I've chilled with a girl from Queen, and it was phenomenal. She came over, with this nice, red set on, black dress. So she was looking super good. We watched Welcome to Eden, and then saying we did the gymnastics. Shout out Santiago TMI, So I do recommend, and let's go back to Airbnb while I chit chat with y'all. Got good players. Let's see if we can find the base. So I was out there working remote for my sales job, so I was doing the overnight thing, and then I would party on the weekends, or if I took a day off. Let's look at this one. This one, you gotta read the reviews because it probably got roaches if it's like 4.5 with a stunning view. But it is what it is. So you guys kind of know what you guys are getting into. But so Pattaya is fucking hot. It is. It's cool. It's a party vibe. There's a lot of cover band type bars and stuff like that. I was getting like $9 massages. So it's the Wild Wild West. This is Pattaya is a party city. It's like their version of Vegas without the gambling. It's here we go. This is the base. So this is where I stayed at in the base. So the infinity pool is fucking amazing. Great views. If you guys look here, this spot you need your fucking flip flops because you would burn your feet. It's so fucking hot. But here, like they're kind of strict. There's no alcohol, there's no smoking at the pool, but it's a nice vibe. So if you have a girl that's about to come and chill with you, you can just be like, yo, let's go over, let's come, let's hang, we'll drink a little bit. Pre-game, we're going to the pool. It gets super packed on Saturday. It's a nice little party vibe. You can see all the boats on the Gulf of Thailand. So it's super relaxing. And then nighttime is a vibe too. It's open to I think like 10 o'clock. So it's amazing. Retirees usually kind of wake up and swim in the morning and then just do their thing. There's plenty of restaurants around there. So this is walking distance to LK Metro. You kind of go out, you make a left, you go down 2 blocks, and then you make another left and you walk down. It's like midway down the alley and street. And there's bars, restaurants, buffets, places where you can get soups and stuff. So like some of the rooms do have roaches and stuff, depending on if you're by the compound. They have so there's 2 buildings. There's A building with the rooftop pool. B building has a pool on like the 3rd floor, and it has like a small satellite gym. So I've met a lot of tourists, military guys who were just traveling, and having a good time. So people are super friendly and stuff like that. There's a washer, but you gotta hang your clothes up on the balcony right here to dry them. So Thailand is a cool experience. Like there's stray dogs running around, but they don't really bother you and stuff like that. So like you can see back on the base, it's this relatively small apartment. It does have the couch. It has some apartments have furniture out on the balcony, some don't. But you get a table with 2 chairs. Let me see if there's one on the couch. Right here. So these are like the standard 1 bedroom. I've been in the 3 bedroom and it's way bigger and stuff like that. But you can kind of, chill on the couch, good TV. It has AC in the living room and the bedroom, stand-up shower. So it is a nice vibe. And then depending on what apartment is depending on the view. Some apartments are right by the clubs and stuff, but it's going to be a little louder. The other apartments that's facing the other building will be quieter, but it's a dope area. So I do recommend it. And obviously, from a logistical standpoint, if you only got like 5 days vacation, 10 days vacation, it's gonna be like fucking 2 days to get there, 2 days to get back. So it's for more of the people who have digital income, retired income. They can go on leave. If you want to go during the holiday season, if you have, let's say, 2 weeks, I kind of recommend, just because it's so fucking far, And then obviously, this video is obviously sponsored by Theta Decoded. If you want to learn to trade the stock market, we have an option course that is $23.99. And then if you give your email, we do have a basic stock investing membership with free videos. So that's absolutely free. It only costs you your email. And then obviously, if you guys want the free copy of the profit edge on all things trading options, just hit me up and I will send you like a PDF copy of that. Or if you guys wanted the cheat sheet, let me know. And that is info at thetadecoded.com, and the link will be in the description. But we'll just talk about some overall experience. So I've been to 7 countries. I've been to Colombia 3 times. And so we're going to talk about, this is a different experience from a GFE perspective, just hanging out with girls from Thailand to Colombia. So Colombian chicks, sometimes it's like, I've dated some short term, and like sometimes when they're done with you or they find somebody else who's gonna give them more money, then they'll just be like, yo, it's other girls. So like they're kind of fickle when it comes to that. Obviously, Colombian women, in my opinion, are more attractive at a higher clip, but there are some beautiful women in Thailand. Thailand women they come in all different ranges when it comes to personality. You get the typical Thai chick that's looking for, a Chad. You have like the ghetto Thai chick that's kind of into black guys and stuff like that. So sometimes when you go and you hanging out with certain Thai chick, you'll get like a Shaniqua, Habiba type vibe, if you kind of catch my drift and stuff like that, talking in slang, and it is what it is. So typically in Pattaya, it's like, working girls, seagulls, if you catch my drift. So but sometimes, my first time, I knew, but I didn't know. So the first girl who I matched with, a Tinder, that actually came over my apartment, I went to Walking Street and got some CBD brownies, and she came over, and like, so we hung out, and we was watching Carrie. Like, I didn't have my Netflix on that TV for whatever reason. She popped up her Netflix, and we hung out, and then that's like, we was gonna get to the action, and she was just like, yeah, son, I don't do this for free, so you got to hit him up. She was like, oh, I thought you knew how this worked. So like, it's always, most of the guys are hip to it now. People are being more honest when it comes to the activity with the girlies and stuff like that. So obviously, some girls will hit you up on Tinder before they want to come through and be like, how much? I want 1,200 baht. I want 1,400 baht. So it's a price tag to everything. And then granted, the first girl that I hooked up with, it was what you would call a tea leaf. So that's when the chick, she hooks up with you for free. And then the next time she's going to be like, how much you going to give me? If you want me to spend a night, it's going to be XYZ amount. So then if you say no, then they cop an attitude and they leave. So, and she was super, 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 super attractive and stuff like that. She was an 808 good chick. Our Tinder date was at 808. You know what I'm saying? But like with certain Thai chicks, because they have a lot of dudes sending the money, they'll spend money on you. So like, I had bought the couple drinks, and then she just ended up buying a bottle and was just like, yeah, you can just get the mixer and the ice. You know what I'm saying? So like, she wanted me to pay for like her metro home and then metro back to my place, So Thai chicks definitely fucking cheat. So this chick did have a boyfriend, and that's why she went home to call to make like she was asleep, and then she came over my place. So you get to see like the real how chicks move out there. So it's like short term, just to have fun. and get wild and stuff like that. And then after, since I got the tea leaves, it was just like, oh shit, I gotta open up the bank account, and then we paying. So, but next time I do want to go back and have more fun. I never went to Soy Six, so that's gonna be something that I want to check off my bucket list. And then when it comes to, obviously I'm trying to build up my Theta Decoded, because I worked a job last time I was there, and I want to be able to make money and not have to work overnight, or if I lose my job, have to come back to the States. What happened to me last year. That's why I was only in Europe, in Asia, for 6 months. So, obviously I'm trying to get the money right, and then go to a few more destinations. But Thailand is not overrated. So, especially if you're going and you just want to kick it, you want to have a good time, you're not necessarily looking for nothing serious and stuff like that. It's perfect. I've made some really good friends out there. Met a lot of guys from, even from a networking perspective, guys who were, contracted in the military, guys who, traded crypto and stuff like that. So you form a lot of good friendships. So I'm a solo traveler and stuff like that, because I go based off of when my finances is right, and when it makes sense for me as well. A lot of people, so we kind of have that discussion with your friends. Should you travel with your team or should you travel solo? So there was some military guys who was in groups and stuff like that, but a lot of guys, they do the solo traveling to Thailand. So would I recommend getting a girlfriend in Pattaya? Um, I mean, I would say take your time. Don't be in a rush. Because one of my homies, who I was hanging with, he was looking for a Filipino who said she was a boyfriend, and then he was talking to other Thai girls who were kind of bar girls, and they were lying, because Thai girls will lie. And so we're in the go-go dancing spot, and he's text arguing with this chick and stuff like that. So I've seen other guys just kind of, really get in the reality and see that, oh, it's not necessarily sweet. So I would just recommend, you know, be there for a good time. Don't have any expectations and stuff like that. For dudes that's looking to, saying, have fun with the women that's there, saying, like, there's enough attractive girls to, link with. Some of the girls, they're gonna be kind of fickle. They're busy. Oh, I'm here, da da da. So if you see something in the go-go dancing spot, I would just bar find it. I would just bar find it. If you want it there and then, because sometimes if you trying to be cheap, like I was the first time, I would hit a chick up and be like, yo, come over after work. And then she'll be like, oh, I got bar find today. Or I'm super drunk. I'm going home. Da, 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 I can't come over. So just kind of be proactive with that. And then obviously the short that I post with the girl who was eating the flying bug or whatever, that the little water bug. So that was at a bar that was near LK Metro, like around the corner. And then there's girls at that bar, and then you can just bar find them. And the waitress or the manager would be like, yeah, you can bar find her for, 1,200 baht or 1,400 baht or whatever the situation may be. So let's just say, for example, it might be 40, 50 bucks to bar find her. Well, let's just say 40, and then she might want another 40. So like you can kind of do that if you choose to. But like a typical day for me and my boy, when I wasn't working, we would leave the house around 12 o'clock. We would walk in city and go to the bar that's has the outdoor patio on the water, and then we would drink, and then we would go to the bar where I showed the girl eating the water bug. And then we would go back to one of our apartments. We would order food. Typically, we would get some Indian food, some chicken tikka masala. And then once we finish eating that, and let's just say now it's like around 8 o'clock, 8:30, we would go to LK Metro and then hit up the different go-go dancing spots, which is cool. Like the girls will give you lap dances, saying they'll touch on you. You can trust on them as long as you buy them drinks. And then you can just vibe out, So I would just have a good time. So some of the best days of my life is out the country. And granted, I live in New York City. I have a really good time, got friends to hang out with and stuff like that. But I have a great time like going out. But I have way more fun out the country. You know what I'm saying? And obviously I get with more chicks out of the country. So just to piggyback, since this is gonna be a long fucking, pod. When it comes to like Colombia, like Cartagena, it's more transactional. So like the first time I went in 2022, a lot of the girls are working girls, but then they kind of pose on Tinder like they're regular chicks. So some of the chicks will talk to you, they'll FaceTime you and stuff like that, and then when you get there, they're like, "Yo, how much?" So it's kind of like the bait and switch, but then you're on vacation, you're looking to spend some money, so you'll just be like, it was when I was there, it was around 220 um thousand pesos, which is like 57, 50, 56 bucks, 60 bucks, call it even. And they'll come through, they'll hang out for a little bit, you do what you do, and then they'll pretty much leave for the most part. So it's still like Thai chicks will hang out with you way more and stuff like that. And obviously Thai chicks speak English, you know what I mean? But you can go and have a good time in Colombia. But, if you don't speak Spanish, you get not really like having an amazing, obviously conversation. You can only do too much drinking and watching TV and fucking, saying, oh, mucho frio, mucho calor, mucho lluvia, and all this other stuff. So Thailand, I mean, Colombia for me is like, go 4 or 5 days, go to the beach, eat some fried fish, hook up with beautiful women, and then like go about your business. And obviously, you guys know what the scope would mean and everything like that in Medellin, which is way more dangerous. But I haven't had any issues in Cartagena, but I'm a guy who's simple. I don't wear jewelry and stuff like that. I kind of go point A to point B. I'm not walking around at night, you know what I'm saying? And then like, and I talked about guest friendly hotels and how much it costs to Cartagena, but the overall experience is better in Thailand because it's way more safer. Even though like dudes I was with who was from Chicago, white boys, like they're super paranoid and stuff like that. So they're like, yo, come to the ATM with me, watch my back and stuff like that. So like we're still super careful in Thailand. You know what I'm saying? And because obviously you don't want to fucking get robbed or anything like that. Fucking in Southeast Asia, but what I'm saying? You don't hear fucking tourists fucking getting drugged and shit like that. Somebody might get their chain snatched or whatever. You meet the wrong girl and she takes your wallet and shit like that, and obviously lock everything up. But it's not like Medellin where like Cass is leaving out in body bags, so you don't necessarily gotta worry about that. Per se, you can kind of let loose because and it's safer, obviously, to get home at night. Cartagena, them taxi rides, them Uber rides, whether it's back to your hotel or to the airport or wherever, it's nerve wracking. You never know. So, rest assured, I'm a Europe, Asia guy, and eventually I want to pull up to see what's going on in Africa. But Europe, I feel super safe, and you got to watch out for pickpocketers and stuff like that. But the price tag to hang out with girls and shit for gymnastics is higher in Europe. You gotta know I lived in Romania for 90 days, and we'll do a second video on things I would do different in Romania. But it's a capital city. It's super chill. It's beautiful women, and it's about if you spending money like in Romania, going to a strip club there. If you're trying to do gymnastics, get loose, it would be around 150, most 200. So you're spending a little bit more money. But you can definitely live in Romania if you got like $35 to $4,000 if you're looking to spend money on chicks. You know what I'm saying? But Thailand, it's a little cheaper, but the drinking costs could go up. I would say like 4,000, you're in the sweet zone because obviously if you get a spot for $600 and you have some money, you can save some money, and then you got money for some chicks, so you can probably spend like $200-300 a week on girls, and then do it like that. But like these chicks are gonna want money. Most of the dudes gonna have to shell out. Shout out to you guys who get the freezies, but I definitely recommend you guys if you guys are on like the fence um about Thailand. It's all about if you have the time, you got the funds, I would go, try it out and, go to Champagne, go to Queen, in the LKM Metro, both go-go dances bars. And then obviously, next time I go, I'll kind of give a my experience from Soy Six and stuff like that. But travel, save your money. Again, if you want to make some passive income, go to Theta Decoded. You can enroll to the free stock investing membership site for videos. And then if you want to try to make enough money to sustain yourself with the stock market with trading options, or you're looking to snowball your portfolio, trade like a hedge fund manager, enroll into the option course, and it's very, very difficult. As you guys know, like in a former life, I worked at Citigroup, I worked at Wells Fargo. So I was on the trading desk at Wells Fargo. I've been trading options since 2013. So I know a thing or two. Thank you. That is my time.